And I want to go through the difference between a crisis negotiator and a business negotiation. And there's techniques that are very effective in one and that can actually hurt you in the other. So for example, first of all, let me say this. If somebody's on a bridge at 3 a.m., I don't want that phone call. I'm not emotionally equipped. I know the tools and techniques. I've read all the books. I've seen the movies. I've read, I've heard, listened to, and I don't want that pressure. I mean, for me, pressure is there another zero on the deal? No big deal. It's just a zero. It's dollars and cents. Don't ever fall in love with something that can't love you back. Crisis negotiators are negotiating when love is on the line, with someone's loved one. But the difference is this, or one of the differences is this. First of all, the person on the bridge at 3 a.m., they're irrational, right? They're mentally, they are operating in an irrational state. Their hormones are going, the biology is going. I know in negotiations and business, people act irrationally, and all decisions have some level of emotion to them. But on the chart, on the bell curve, people on the bridge are highly emotional, irrational. Second thing, that person on the bridge, they're a novice. You've probably negotiated 1,000 deals, hundreds at least. Person on the bridge, they haven't negotiated before. So a tactic that would work on them, you would see as laughable. Like, really? You're bringing that stuff to my door? Come on. So the next one they have is the relationship. A crisis negotiator has one job: get the person to safety. That's it. They're not exchanging Christmas cards, right? We're not going to be buddies for the long term. I have to get you to a safe space. Therefore, I can use tools and techniques that are manipulative, because my job is just safety. It's not about the quarterly business review that we're going to meet next time. And I don't want to poke fun at, but the obvious one is I'll talk in my late night radio DJ voice. Now, if I'm a purchasing guy, let's go back to the real world, Tim. You're in sales. I'm in purchasing. I've seen your competition, so I've probably seen at least 2, maybe up to 5 people who do the exact same thing that your products and services do. I've seen them all this week, and all, or the other 4 come in with, "Hi, Mike, how are you today?" Or, "Mike, it seems like the budget is an issue for you." Now, the third time I see that, I go, "Oh, you're labeling and you're using late night radio DJ voice." Now the risk is this: you are being disingenuous. You're doing the same. You think it's me and you that are negotiating, and I only see you because you only see me. I've seen your competition. I've seen it, and if it's not your competition, I've seen it on the other 3 RFPs that I'm working on my desk. I've seen those salespeople, because you all read the same books. And then you all think you can trick the buyer by using these techniques that worked in a crisis. That in business, it's like, guys, I've seen this before. Don't stop it, please. So now you've hurt the relationship because my assumption is you're trying to trick me.
The word trick is
right?
important there. Like, that's, you said it, you hit it, that tricking.
Right? So as soon as you try, now I'm not saying that people don't slow down and people don't lower their voice. Don't hear something I'm not saying. People do that naturally and in the right moment, the right time. And you could make the argument the really good tricksters can fake the right time in the right moment. But what I'm saying is, if you use these tools and techniques all the time, we buyers, we figured it out. We're not dumb. So the next one I want to point out is crisis negotiator can't lose. The book, right? Never split the difference. You can't lose. You bring home an arm, it's a bad day for everybody.
True.
In business, I'm going to make the argument that too many deals happen that shouldn't happen. Salespeople give away everything to win the order. Then they go back to their team and they go, "Hey, we won." And finance goes, "We can't make any money on this." And sales goes, but we won. They like me. And the project management team goes, "Yeah, but now we have to work overtime, and now we have to move some things around, and this is going to be really hard, and we can't make any money. Well, why is this a good deal?" And the seller goes, "But I made my numbers." there's deals that sell, and I love salespeople because they think they can win every deal and they think they should win every deal. And I'm here to tell you, there are deals you should walk away from because they're not good business. Okay. So, but as a crisis negotiator, there's no way you can ever say, get out of here. I don't think you're really going to jump. You cannot dare the other side to walk away because a life is on the line. In business, some dollars are on the line. No big deal. So the last thing I want to point out, because I learned this from a crisis negotiator, 94% success rate. And I was already communicating with him separately, and I said, hey, I just saw the study. You guys have a 94% success rate. That is amazing. How do you do it? And he goes, how do you think we do it? And I said, well, I think you train a lot, you practice, you have very disciplined techniques, all the things a negotiator should have, but you guys do it for a living, for a job. And he said, nope, you're wrong. And I said, well, why is it? And he said, well, we have a 94% success rate because when the person calls us, it's a question of time. They've already decided they want help. If they were going to end it, they wouldn't have called. So once they call, we just have to be patient and wait and listen and not screw it up.
Sure.
But they will eventually talk themselves into a more rational place. So anyway, that was, the difference between the crisis and the business is so important. And I get in trouble because the crisis people don't like me saying that. And I'm like, I'm telling you guys, you're the best in the world. And I'm telling you guys what you do is really important. But please listen when I tell you, you are risking relationships when you tell people, do this thing and you'll close every deal. Now, you might sell them books. Good for you. You won in the short term. But in the long term, you're hurting people's career, or potentially.